Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Have you ever been formally interviewed before?
I have, actually.
Oh, what for?
I was on the school newspaper in high school, so
Ooh,
I had to interview and be interviewed.
Nice. So, have you had a scary experience before?
I have.
Have you?
Yes.
What happened?
One time, me and my friend from high school decided that we were going to go to the movies, and it was in Butler, and we'd neither driven in Butler before, but we really wanted to go to Butler instead of like Hermitage or Newcastle, which would have been smart because the movie was also playing in those places. But we wanted to go to Butler Mall.
Oh.
And so we were driving, and I was supposed to know how to get there for some reason because I'd been to the theater plenty of times before, but
Was it Regal Theater?
yeah,
Gotcha.
it was. And I was like, oh, let's just go on 79. And we had tried previously to get to Butler before on 79, but we ended up going in the wrong direction because I'm directionally challenged. Literally, like, I don't understand how I ended up going the wrong direction. But anyway, so we tried going there on 79, and we ended up missing the Butler exit because we were being idiots and listening to music too loud and not paying attention. And so we ended up in Cranberry during rush hour traffic, and we'd had like my friend was driving, and she had her license for about like 6 months maybe. Like it wasn't a sufficient amount of time to be driving in Cranberry during rush hour traffic. And so we like handled that like pros, honestly, like excellently. And we like pulled over at Burger King, and we were like, hey, we're trying to get to Butler, can you tell us how to get there? We're trying to get to the movie theater. And he gave us like these really awesome directions that we forgot as soon as we left Burger King. And so we ended up in like,
do you believe in notebooks? Do you believe in paper and pencil?
No, apparently not.
Okay.
I just love being lost. So we ended up driving to like Evans City and Zillionople and Harmony and Pleasantville and like all these places surrounding Butler.
Pleasantville?
Yes.
You got way out there.
Well, I know. It was really bad. We ended up like texting her mom at like 2 hours in and saying, oh, we're in Butler. We decided to see a later show. We're at the mall right now, despite the fact that we were not anywhere near Butler. And so we were just lost for 4 hours, and we were so like getting irritated, and we ended up stopping. We ended up in Butler at this point, and it was really wonderful, but it was this really crappy part of Butler. You know how every city has like a crappy part? And we were like, crap, what do we do? Like, we're in Butler.
My friend lives there.
But we're in the wrong part of Butler, and it was terrifying. And we pulled into this gas station, and we thought we were completely calm at this point, like thought we were level, like talking between you and me. We go in, and we had accidentally butt dialed someone on her phone, and he has like a voicemail of us being like, where are we? Like literally like screeching at this gas station attendant, and the whole place smelled like cigarettes, and it was just terrible. And he's like, all you have to do is, and he tells us to get on this exit and then go this way and then to the Lindora exit. And we were like, perfect. And he ended up telling us to get off on the wrong exit. So we ended up going the wrong direction instead of towards Lindora. We were going the other way. So I was like, my uncle, like 4 hours in, I'm like, my uncle works in Butler. I'm going to call him, and he's going to tell me where to go. And so I call him. And at this point, it was like, you've seen The Hangover, right?
Yeah.
It was like I was Phil and my friend was Alan and / Stu.
You want to explain to the camera?
The Hangover is a movie.
I bet they know what the movie is.
Yeah, I'm sure. But Phil is this character in it who is really calm the entire time, and whenever Stu or Alan, who are another people who are trying to figure out their lives, start freaking out, he's always like, stay calm, stay calm. Like in the second one, he got shot, and Stu freaks out, and he's like, I got shot, and Stu's like screeching, and he's like, I know I got shot, man, just help me get to a clinic. Anyway, so it was like that, and I was totally the Phil in this situation, and she was the Alan / Stu, and she was freaking out, and I had been so calm, and we had discussed about how I was Phil, and she was Alan, and it was fine. And then I call my uncle, and as soon as he answers, I'm like, I don't know where I am. And I started bawling my eyes out. He's like, well, what do you see? What do you see? And I'm like, I just see a cross on a hill lit up, and I don't think that's helpful. He's like, actually it is. I know where you are. And I was like, oh, this is perfect.
I was like,
and he's like, all you have to do is turn around, because there's this big sign saying we were heading towards Indiana, Pennsylvania. I was like, I don't think that's correct. And so we turned around, and we got on the Lindora exit, and we went to the movie theater, and we were like, oh, the movie doesn't start for another 20 minutes. We were like, perfect. Like,
finally,
at least we're not late. We're not late for it. And so we were like, all right, let's buy our tickets here right now, and then we're gonna go to Subway, because we hadn't eaten since like lunch, and we were really hungry, so we went to Subway.
Okay. Let me ask, Were you scared to leave said movie theater as to get lost?
No, the subway was right next to it,
Oh,
so
okay.
it wasn't like I was like, oh, let me just drive a little bit more.
Ah.
But we went to the subway and we thought we were really calm again, but the guy ended up giving us like a whole foot long with like 2 different subs on each end, which they're not allowed to do, just because we were freaking out. And then we went back to the theater, and luckily we had bought our tickets pre-sold because they were sold out when we went back to the theater. And just imagine for a moment, if you will, all of that
for nothing.
If we hadn't bought it, we would have sold out. And then we got to the theater, and there was these punk kids like sitting in the aisle making a lot of noise during the whole entire movie, and I was like, I'm gonna kill someone. And
what movie?
The Woman in Black. I love me some Daniel Radcliffe.
Was it worth it?
It wasn't. The movie's not even that great.
It's average at best.
Yeah, it wasn't even that scary. February 3rd, 2012. Remember the day.
See ya!